Put your eyes back in your head.
I got like flavor. What mean?
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.
You know, I should really think better. I really should. All right. I really should think better of people, but should I say less of people? I should think less of people, but I've been cursed with the gift of giving a fuck sometimes, and unfortunately for y'all, well, fortunately for a lot of y'all like when I'm not giving a fuck. You motherfuckers just you think that shit is so entertaining. I don't want to waste a lot of fucking time, so y'all go ahead and damn start with your comments, your questions, all of that. I have not had a chance to see the press conference, nor did I give a fuck. I feel like he gonna say the same bullshit over and over again. You guys kind of give me the rundown of what actually happened in this press conference as Jeff Ulbrich was introduced as the Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator. All I got, I'm glad to be home, blah, 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 blah. That's all I've heard so far. I'll go through the internet scrolls and check out a lot of his. First of all, I want to say this. Can you motherfuckers hear me? Because I don't know what the fuck been going on with StreamYard, but OG, you there, man?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I've had some issues this morning myself.
I don't know what's going on with StreamYard, but that last couple of days they've been tripping on it, G.
Yeah, I mean, it's I'm guessing there's something in the atmosphere. Wi-Fi signal bumping on and off, and StreamYard bumping in and out. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So as you know, y'all got two of the angriest motherfuckers in the universe on the same show. So y'all better buckle up and y'all better ask the right questions or the wrong questions, depending on how you viewing it.
Right.
Since we are already on this, and we'll get to the comments, but I mean, there's two things in the air right now. I don't think we can avoid. So let's get straight into it. Let's get OG's take on the first game with the NFC Championship and how you viewed everything.
If you saw what you could from when I was on my show this morning, I think it's time we start putting just a little bit respect on Jalen Hurts' name. This kid, good or bad, he's accountable. He's business as usual. From this game, like I said, I think there's a better chance of Philly winning in New Orleans than a lot of people are giving them a chance or credit of. I mean, this is a rematch now.
Mm-hmm.
This is a rematch. The defense is significantly better than their first matchup, which I think is also going to be a huge, huge, huge difference in this game. because of the teams that were in the playoffs in the NFC, including Detroit, I felt like that Philly was the only one built to play against and or beat Kansas City. They put up 55, ladies and gentlemen. 55.
Yeah.
They stood on business at the crib. And to be quite honest, they beat the team that they were supposed to beat.
Mm-hmm.
And they beat them bad.
Oh, boy. Whew.
You go look at that game.
It was a beatdown.
You go look at that game, and you look at Philadelphia running the ball on second and third downs, and you tell me what you saw. It was not a fair fight. The Eagles mentally and physically beat Washington. This is Jalen Hurts' second trip to the Super Bowl in 3 years. I don't think it's by accident.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I really didn't expect this game to be close, to be honest. I just like, because, and we're gonna get to this, especially tonight, this evening on how the regulators. Good God Almighty! Yeah, I tell y'all, I haven't had my coffee, and I'm sipping it as I speak now, and I'm all over the place. But we're gonna have on the originators conversation that it's gonna be uncomfortable. It's definitely gonna be an uncomfortable conversation because this is something that I've stated before. A lot of people, it's two sources. I don't want to say two sources of fans, but right now, especially it's growing. The trend is growing. You either love it or you hate it. You either love it or you hate it. There's no respect in winning when you talk about wins. There's no respect in wins. The respect for winning is reaching an all-time low for me personally. And again, these are my thoughts. There's no respect in winning anymore. The respect has transferred and it's switched to stats. All people respect now is stats. And I know you can go, I know where I can go with this. I know where you can go with this, but all people care about is stats. They don't care about whether a guy wins or not. How do I know this to be true? Because we got a bunch of punk. See, I can't say what I want to say, but we got a soft ass generation of people, young and old. And I'm disgusted about what I see. There's a lot of people that I respect and have a lot of respect for. And all I see right now is you put motherfuckers on pedestal. Like, this motherfucker was literally the architect of the 28-3, and y'all said they were going to go in and just humble Philly. This is no shot at Jaden Daniels, okay? But this is what we talk about, experience and knowledge and been there. And this is why Sam brought up the fact that we need to put respect on Jalen Hurts. Why? Because y'all look, all we see right now is hatred. Let's stop with Saquon. Saquon is not a GOAT, okay? Saquon is a very good and elite back right now.
He just so happened to have the opportunity to do what he did.
Do what he did. He's done that before. This ain't the first time he's had a year like this. The problem is he's been injured, often injured. And even in that game, the reason why they had an opportunity to even get back into the game is because he was hurt. Okay? Philadelphia, if it wasn't for that defense, if it wasn't for Jalen Hurts finally finding his momentum and finding his groove in that game, this game could have easily gone to the Commanders. Easily. Because what happened with Philadelphia, and I say this all the time, their secondary is not very good. They got a nice front seven, but their secondary is not very good. Those guys don't get a lot of picks. They don't get a lot. They're not great at coverage. Now, they got some good corners, but these guys are not great by any means necessary. Like these guys, we got the fake Jason Sehorn in the secondary. All right, that's all he is, a fake Jason Sehorn. That dude sucks. And all they goddamn putting that fucking draft pick on a fake ass Jason Sehorn who ain't even good. Got him playing in the slot. The fuck out of here.
Oh my God.
And this is why Jaden tore their ass up. He tore their ass up. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is like, all we care about right now is stats. We gonna forget the fact that a lot of these guys, a lot of these coaches just know how to push the right button. One thing I would give Sirianni his credit on, he realized his quarterback is not an elite quarterback. But right now, that offensive line and that running game is elite. Saquon Barkley just so happens to be a beneficiary of a great offensive line.
Yeah.
Because he's done 1,700. But nobody's looking at that. Nobody's looking at the offensive line right now and saying, yeah, those guys are some monsters up there. Nobody's saying. They got a backup behind the backup center, and that dude, he got in there like it was nothing, like no time missed whatsoever.
Right.
It ain't disrespectful. He's a knockoff Jason Sehorn. Stop. It ain't disrespectful. That man ain't worth a shit. Didn't they spend the first round pick on him?
I think it was a sec. I think it was second. Wait a minute. I think it was second. I think it was like, second.
Dude is not very good at all. If y'all say that man good, y'all lying. See, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all know that man sucks. Okay.
Oh man. Well, seems like you're getting your coffee into your system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I am.
I'm gonna double down on what the events of Sunday confirmed for me. Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts getting to New Orleans confirms for me there should not be any more Lamar Jackson talk.
Ooh, Jesus. Oh, Lord.
Nada. Nathaniel. Zero. Now, you could verifiably say right now, and I'm going to say this again because I said this earlier this morning. Patrick Mahomes calls it quits in 3 weeks. You could say he's a bona fide third ballot Hall of Fame right now.
Right now. That's crazy.
Okay. If you can show me another player in NFL history that has started their career and on the run that he is on and is stayed consistent. You just tied Joe Montana for playoff wins.
Already in 7-8 years. He got 7 years as an actual starter, but 8 years he's been in the league. Come on, bro. That's insane.
He's about to go play in his 5th Super Bowl. He's played in every conference championship game. 7. And if they win in New Orleans, that's a 3-peat.
Come on, bro.
There is no earthly reason on this world, in any universe, parallel or not, so that it be any more Lamar Jackson talk. There any 3 and 5 and 4 of those 5 losses are at home. Miss me. Case closed. End of story. You can't put him and Standard in the same damn goddamn sentence ever again in life. The Standard? The ongoing Standard is going to be in New Orleans in a couple of weeks.
And that's the thing that bothers me. We got stuff like this. Yeah. How many times this year? How many times this year have we said the Falcons got cheated out of something? We said that a few times, right?
Yeah.
But how many times have we had opportunities to get ourselves out of those? Galore, right? Opportunity galore.
Yeah.
So you're going to tell me 6 plays out of 90-something plays, 120-something plays out of the entire game that the Buffalo Bills didn't have an opportunity to get themselves out of those quote-unquote cheating moments.
They had the ball. They had the ball last.
That's the point. That's the point that I'm talking about. This is why I'm sick. I am sick. And I hope people are listening. I'm not going to mention y'all by name, but, I'm going to keep that off the record. But it's a lot of people that I had respect for. I'm talking about OGs that I see.
Mm-hmm.
That they have a massive presence, and they were doing this. He was doing this before I started doing it. But I'm saying post after post after post about, oh my God, Kansas City cheating. Are you fucking kidding me? The real? Huh? We are Georgia Bulldog fans. Have we not seen the Georgia Bulldogs get favorable calls? We talk about people that are Alabama fans. Have you not seen Alabama get favorable calls? Have we not seen LSU get favorable calls? I'm a damn Duke basketball fan. And you can't tell me that Duke don't get no favorable calls. So are favorable calls, this is a question I got for Sam. This is my belief. My belief is if you win championships, okay, not a championship, even if it's a championship, do you not deserve favorable calls? That's just my thing.
That's called earning your stripes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you're in your position and you're playing at a high level, consistent over time. 7 years, bro.
Mm-hmm.
7 years.
They still here after 7 years. That's the crazy part.
And he got probably another 3 to 4 I see him playing 3 to 4 more years. Okay, that's enough time to. All right, okay. I'm just saying, the man's first ballot Hall of Famer right now.
Right now, yeah.
And y'all out
Right
here
now.
putting the motherfucker on the pedestal. They got a 3-5 playoff record, and 4 of them 5 are at home losses.
At home.
Not even it's on the 2 different worlds. 2 different worlds. I don't know how any of y'all Jacksonites right now can fix your face to holler about Standard and that boy in the same sentence when the Standard will be in New Orleans in a couple of weeks. The Standard has been in every conference championship game since becoming a starter. The Standard is 3-1 in his Super Bowl appearance and will be playing for a 3-peat.
A 3-peat.
17-2 is his playoff record.
Just think
there
about
is
that.
no more talk.
It's sickening. I saw
there is no more talk. And when I made the comment about Jalen Hurts, bro, he finna play in his second Super Bowl in 3 years.
He does what's necessary to win. That's a quarterback's job. It's to do what's necessary to win. That's it.
This Super Bowl right here is an affirmation of y'all Lamar Jackson enthusiasts, and that's about as mildly I can put it. Can you shut the fuck up? Straight like that.
It's sickening. It's sickening that we can congratulate guys for putting up 4,000-5,000 yards, and then when they get in the playoff, they throw 2 interceptions, fumble the ball, and we act like that's not that right there. It's not a significant. I'm talking about a significant quote asterisk on his resume. It's everybody else's fault. We got, like I said, I got mad respect for a lot of these people who I've been following for years, and I say Roddy White, like it's like I'm talking about people that I have respect for as journalists, as athletes. There's only one person that I saw who was keeping it real. That was Roddy White. Roddy White said, look, they had opportunities, but they wanted. This is exactly what happened with Lamar Jackson, what we saw with Buffalo last night. They tried to make Josh Allen the hero instead of just sticking to the run. They were getting 5 to 7 yards a pop, and they stopped running the damn ball. James Cook was fucking cooking. Dude was cooking. And they stopped giving him the rock because they wanted to make Josh Allen a superhero. That's the exact same thing that Baltimore did when they literally stopped handing the ball to Derrick Henry. It's a problem, people. It's a fucking problem. Roddy White stated that all they had to do was keep running the rock, but they kept passing the ball. And with that, Baltimore, one thing that you don't want to do with Baltimore is continuously step back. Because Spagnuolo, he's going to come after you. He's going to find a way to get pressure. He's going to make you uncomfortable. He might not get you through the 3 or 3/3 of a game. But all he needs is a few minutes. He'll dial up some pressure, and that's exactly what happened.
Y'all
Even
step
with
back passing. Y'all it's step back passing, and Spagnuolo got in his bag.
it was still a fingertip away from maybe kicking a field goal.
Mm-hmm. And tying the game.
Yeah. I mean, it was almost a catch. I mean, but it turned out. Look, it
I'm
was a
surprised
great
they
game.
didn't say that was cheating.
You're right. It was a great game.
I thought it was one of the best games I've seen in a while.
It was a great game. Josh Allen, for what it's worth, played a phenomenal game. With all of it, with all of everything that happened, when you're a fingertip, maybe a couple more fingertips under the ball away from first down,
bro,
and still
that's
having
what I'm talking about.
It just, hey, hey, you really can't ask for much more. How a game to start to finish, you know what I'm saying? The way this game here went.
He say that right there, Judge. That right there is great coordinating right there. I told it was a funny thing because we were sitting in the bar and I said to myself, I said two things for Andy Reid and Spagnuolo. This is why they're the great. I don't think there has been a smarter guy in the history of the NFL than Andy Reid. That motherfucker's a genius, bro. And I said in the very first quarter, I said how Buffalo was, and I thought it was dumb. I thought they really showed their inexperience as coordinators, as play callers last night. The Buffalo Bills, Joe Brady did, because and the defense coordinator, I can't get his name right off the top, but defense coordinator for the Bucs. I said when I came out, they was like, why would my thing is why would you not allow Travis Kelce to catch the ball? They did everything possible to make sure that Kelce wasn't going to catch that ball so he can, try to break the Jerry Rice, or at least tie the I think he's tied, but to break the 100 I think he passed him if I'm not mistaken. But they did not allow him to catch a pass. I was like, what are you doing? You playing into their hands. When you double and triple Travis Kelce, all they gonna do is use him as Andy Reid is so fucking smart.
Yeah.
They dared Patrick Mahomes to run. And I'm saying to myself, are you fucking kidding me? Patrick Mahomes can move. Why are you doubt? This is what he does best. He improvises. And you Buffalo Bills, these guys are literally up here daring him to improvise. I'm saying to myself, what in the living fuck are you doing? You gonna dare the GOAT at improvising? Ain't nobody in this league has been better than this dude. That's what he fucking does. He's
the king of that backyard bullshit. He is the king of that backyard bullshit.
And Andy Reid say that shit. He saved that damn run. I said he gonna run as much. He gonna save Patrick Mahomes run, and he did the shit 2 times, and both times he fucking scored. And I said, this is exactly what the fuck you get, Buffalo, because inexperience. How the hell you gonna dare the king of fucking improvising to oh my God, bro. Oh Jesus. Oh man. That right there was just insane what I saw. I said, yep, that right there lost them. They were so focused on Travis Kelce not catching passes that they left Patrick Mahomes by himself on the island where he just picked up first. He picked up first down after first down with his legs, moved around, improvised, scored touchdowns. I'm thinking to myself, it was an absolute insane game plan. I had no idea what they was thinking.
Has anyone really taken a look at this Kansas City Chiefs receiving corps? That's
another thing too. Yep.
You got D-Hop, Juju, Hollywood Brown, Worthy, Kelce. That is like what the heck?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is really a whipstick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who authorized them getting these motherfuckers?
Sandlot football. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. He's the king of that backyard bullshit. He get scrambling around back down, and the whole time he's scrambling and making you get tired, and he's looking downfield. And I'm just like, how do these motherfuckers be wide open all the time? It's all just open for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
And Kareem Hunt, that's another one too. That's another one right there. Kareem Hunt really.
Yes.
Andy Reid, like I said, Andy Reid is just so good. He used all. See, oh my God, the coaching. This is why I say he's the smartest coach in the history of the game. This dude used all three of his running backs.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
He used Kareem at the right moment to come in. You knew he was gonna get the pass, and they still couldn't do it. And the crazy part about it, Tony Romo called it out. It's the Kansas City special.
Yep.
Everybody in the world knew it was coming. Perrine is right there in the game. They sent everybody to one side. Perrine went to the other side, and they still couldn't stop it. Everybody knew it was coming. Everybody knew, and he ended up ending the game right there on the pass. It happened a couple of times. He brought in Pacheco. He had Kareem Hunt, and Perrine is in. Like this is what I'm talking about. This is brilliance and understanding your personnel. This is why I get so upset with the Atlanta Falcons, because you have so many weapons and you don't use them. How do you have all these talented running backs and receivers and you don't use them in the whole game? Andy Reid does not waste anybody. Juju, Deep Hop, all these guys got in the game.
Yo.
You can't tell me, oh, this for blocking and all that. Everybody, Hollywood, all these guys got the ball.
Yep. Hollywood had 2 big third down catches. Juju had that pin up the seam of the middle of the field, which is like the broke for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this is why I get so upset when people say that. It's like, all right, the Falcons and they guys, like, I always get upset because of this. It's because, like, when people say that, Kyle Pitts, he can't run routes. Like, have you seen Travis Kelce lately? The dude athleticism is not the way it used to be. I'm not saying he's slow, but he know how to use his body. He's not running great routes.
Man, Kelce going out there playing power forward.
Boy, that's all he doing, Sam. That's all he doing. He just posting guys up and standing in front of him and waiting for the ball. Ain't nothing. Look, he's Shaquille O'Neal right now. That man is Shaquille O'Neal. He goddamn he's Charles Barkley right now. Standing in front of the guy, hold his hands up and give him the ball. That's all.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I was watching him last night, and I'm gonna tell you something. Whatever, no matter the outcome, I think he's calling it quits.
I can see that.
Kelce is playing like a man right now that is ready for the finish line.
Yeah, he got Taylor Swift, man. Look, he ain't got to do nothing for the rest of his life with her. Come on, bro. Listen,
shoot, man. Him and his brother podcast is, doing numbers. Life after football is already set up. Every time I watch him this year, he's playing like a man to the finish line. He is ready for it.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
I think this is it. No matter the outcome in New Orleans, I think this is it for Travis. He looks like he's tired of football.
I mean, look at that hair. He up here looking like a pretty boy now. That man ain't playing no football. He ain't worried about football. He growing his hair out and every damn thing. Look, he look like he ready to model.
Yo.
You can't tell me that man ain't ready for the spotlight to be standing next to Taylor Swift. Like, man, come on, bro. Yeah, that's why he ready. He preparing himself. I can see that.
Yep. So it's about to go down.
So this is the reason why I say time and time again, it's like it's not a lot of time. It's not the players, man. It's the coaches that they refuse to put these players in position to succeed. Because, like I said, everybody on that Chiefs, and this has been happening all year long. Like Andy Reid just finds a way to get everybody the ball.
Yeah.
Like you can't tell me that these guys like a Kyle Pitts. And you know, it's been games where Drake London didn't get the ball. And I'm talking about back-to-back games. You know what I'm saying? It's been games where Darnell Mooney didn't even touch the ball. You will never see a game where Xavier Worthy ain't touching the ball. Whether he's getting the ball as a runner or the reverse or a receiver, he gonna touch that ball. And the Reed gonna find a way to give him that ball. And that's the problem that I have with the Falcons. They're not even giving their guys the ball at times. So this is what I'm talking about. It's just the coaching staff for the Chiefs is, oh my God. This is I'm gonna go out my way. I'm just say this, and I really mean this. I've never seen a more complete team than this. I've seen some great teams, but I've never seen a team that not only has a great offense, they have a great defense. They have a great special teams. They have a great offensive coordinator. They got a great defensive coordinator. They special teams. There's no weakness on this team. There's no weaknesses on this team, bro.
There's not.
None.
They're battle tested. I mean, their expectation. Bro, you 7 straight conference championships. And you're now finna go play for a 3-peat.
What's going on, LT?
Not much, fellas. Not much. How y'all doing this morning?
I'm better.
All right.
Well,
I'm better.
My only response to this, and my humble opinion, I've seen a lot of, people online saying that, they got blamed for the referees or whatever the case may be. Let me tell y'all something. 6 plays don't make a whole game. It's a 60-minute ball game.
Come on, man.
In the words of the great Ray Lewis, 60 minutes.
1
hour of football time. 1 hour of football. 60 minutes. You got to be great for 60 minutes. You can't be talking about what the referee's doing. You can't be talking about they doing this, they doing that. You got to make plays. I've seen people cry about the catch, whether that catch last night, was it a catch, was it not a catch? Clearly, they had control. And trust and believe, these guys can tell y'all I'm very keen on penalties, and I'm very keen on with the ball move and things like that. The ball was controlled. It's just the fact that old boy happened to have it snatched out his hand. That is a catch. The 4th down call, this is how I know a lot of y'all don't know nothing about football. When we tell y'all the phrase football is a game of inches, it's exactly that. It's a game of inches. And whether y'all may believe Josh Allen had that first down, I'm here to tell y'all I spent literally about 30 minutes last night looking at that replay over and over and over. And I'm here to tell y'all he did not get that first down. His helmet crossed over. The ball didn't.
The ball didn't. His head is right here, but where's the ball? Nobody can see what the ball is.
Nobody can see the
From
ball.
that angle.
And even, but the thing about it, not only that, even when I looked at the replay, even I slowed it down. I'm telling y'all, I went to bed late looking at this because when I got ready to do my soliloquy on it, I wanted to be sure that I wasn't saying, I was trying to say, well, yeah, that was a play that did X, Y, and Z. I'm here to tell y'all that man did not get it. He did not get that first down. So, again, saying that the referees cheated, they didn't cheat because there's still other plays that got to be made. What about an incompletion here? You know, a running play that took place where a lineman got beat for a loss. Things like that. You know, those plays matter. Those plays matter. And what I can say about the Kansas City Chiefs, I know a lot of folks like to say they tired of seeing them win. I don't have no dog in this fight because, like I said, my team fishing. I'm a Falcons fan. So I have no dog in this fight. I don't care who wins what. I'm just here. I'm just enjoying whatever football we got left until we get spring football, and once spring football in, we get regular season back. But the Chiefs is, I'm going to go on a limb and say if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl in 2 weeks, they are the greatest dynasty the NFL has ever seen. Because the Steelers tried in the 70s to three-peat, they failed. The 49ers tried in the 80s to three-peat, they failed. The Dallas Cowboys tried in the 90s to three-peat, they failed. If the Kansas, as a matter of fact, even the New England Patriots tried to three-peat in the 2000s, they failed. So if the Kansas City Chiefs pull off a three-peat, that we haven't seen a three-peat in a sport since the 2000 to 2002 Los Angeles Lakers, and will be the first three-peat in NFL history, the Kansas City Chiefs will be the greatest dynasty of all time. The greatest NFL dynasty.
So, this
What
is a question I got for y'all after that. Go ahead, finish.
What we're seeing from Patrick Mahomes, really and truly, ain't just Mahomes. The Chiefs in totality. The difference between good teams and great teams is winning plays. They know what they got to do to win the football game. And Andy Reid staff and company, they find guys that either been in that position or they find guys that they can help that has the humbleness of themselves to humble themselves and get in the mindset, okay, I can make this play if they call my number. That play to Samaj P. Ryan last night, that wasn't by chance. I just told y'all in the comment section. Do y'all not realize that Samaj P. Ryan was he kicked off the comeback with Cincinnati against the Chiefs with that 50-yard touchdown on screen from Joe Burrow? He kicked off the comeback. That play started the comeback for the Cincinnati Bengals against the Chiefs in the AFC Championship Game a couple years ago. It was that man. So he's been in that position. So it's easy for him to make that play. He's been there. Kareem Hunt is already Super Bowl champion with them. He's been there. Kelsey is already 3-time champion. He's been there. Mahomes a 3-time champion. He's been there. DeAndre Hopkins, he haven't really been in this position before, but he's at the point of his career. He wanna know what it feels like to taste that ring. So he's humbling himself enough to fall in line with the rest of the crew. Juju is already a champion. Crazy how Juju was an absolute cancer in Pittsburgh, and look what he is in Kansas City.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hollywood Brown got traded from Arizona to Baltimore to help Lamar.
Oh Lord.
Then he left
Don't use
he
that
left.
name around here.
Then he left in free agency. I mean, I know his name came up, but I'm just talking facts here. Then he left in free agency and went elsewhere. Now he's in Kansas City and he's making plays. That's what, when we hear people talk about culture, that's what we are talking about, winning culture. You subside who you are and subscribe to what this culture is so you could be a winner. I watched Marquez Valdez-Scantling win a ring, if not two. I'm sorry, he won a ring with the Kansas City Chiefs. Kadarius Toney won 2 rings with the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, what we talking about? They subscribe to that culture of winning.
Wow.
That's what we talk about. That's what we talk about. It's a culture of winning and understand what everybody's good at and go from there. So this is another thing that I always say. This is why people just so in their feelings, because like y'all know the rules. The rules of the NFL, when it come down to a penalty, it has to be what? If you're not sure, all right, you go watch it, but it has to be undisputed, undeniable evidence that that man crossed the line, right? If you can't see it, if you cannot see it, you got to go with what is called on the field. So if
none
it was
of y'all,
called
and
a
none of
first
y'all
down,
can-
it would have been. If it was called a first down, it would have been a first down. But they did not call it a first down. The referees, they went over it, and the head guy overruled it. Okay?
Here's
Several guys. Now, let's see about this. Several guys. But go ahead, Sam.
here's what this game boils down to. Kansas City made the play that they needed to make, and Buffalo didn't at the end.
You mean Josh Allen. Okay? Let's keep it real. This is why I always say I want to hold my take and thoughts that I don't put everybody into a category of being an elite quarterback, because Josh Allen had a whole quarter to make his opportunity to come back. He failed. In the moment, Patrick Mahomes didn't miss his moment. Okay? This is why Patrick Mahomes is in a category of his own. There's nobody in the league like this guy. Every quarterback that you've seen in this playoff, they pretty much failed. When it was time for them to make that play, it's been Patrick Mahomes and Patrick Mahomes only. When you need this guy to have one drive, to lead a drive, and he can't turn the ball over, you can't fumble, none of that. The guy's so smart, he knows when he knows when to take a damn sack to live to fight another day, another down. These are the things the quarterbacks have to understand. We literally saw Lamar Jackson in the previous game when he should have just taken the damn sack and lived to fight another down. Nope. He wanted to sit up here and put the ball on the ground and flip and do all this damn weird ass shit. Bro, just learn how to fight another down. When you don't have to play, just go down.
You dumbass playing spin the ball, you make him play.
Like, what are you doing, bro? Just go down. Patrick Mahomes, these are the things that we talk about when we talk about quarterback and being elite. You got to understand these types of things. Josh Allen had chance after chance in that fourth quarter. It was a one-possession game, bro. And this is the stuff that I talk about. This is my thing is too. This is why I have the biggest problem with anybody that's saying that the refs are buying. Like they're buying, they're deliberately going out of their way to have Kansas City. These guys have lost the exact same way that you guys calling. Y'all saying that they been bought out. Damn near every game this year, these guys have been one-score game. They haven't been blowing guys out.
Hey, I'm glad you said that, Mike, because I'm gonna tell you what people don't understand. about situations like that, because when it boils down to it, you have to pay attention to your team and see who your team is or who they become during the season. When I was noticing that the Chiefs were still winning games, whether they were 1-point games, all I'm saying to myself is, most people ain't gonna like this in the postseason. They gonna go back to the Super Bowl. Supposed to be like, well, make sure don't say that. Don't say that. You don't know that. Listen, bro. When I'm watching a team literally win football games like this all season, like not just like all season, they've been winning this way. These guys are finding ways to win, even in one score games or whatnot. So when you having a team that's doing this on a consistent basis, that's very telling on who your team is. So that means when it boils down to it, when the time comes, they know how to win in those moments, and the team that ain't been doing it all year don't know how to win in those moments.
Man, let me tell you something. Okay, when you want to talk about winning, finding ways to win, the Chiefs won a game blocking the field goal. They won a game blocking the punt. Okay, they won a game on a strip sack. Okay, that's 4 different ways right there. They have won games. That shit they don't happen by accident. It don't happen by accident.
4 different ways he just said right there. 4 different ways. But we want these fans, and like I said, these are well-respected people that I follow for years are saying, oh, the refs build them out. Like, bro, you know how many questionable calls? Like, if you've never been a ref, you can't sit up here and tell me that everything is going to be perfect. Okay?
Right.
It's not going to be perfect. You're not going to see everything in motion. That's why replay is even in existence, because there's a human element of being a ref. You're not going to get everything right. So that's why you as a team got to do everything possible not to put yourself in those positions, okay, to count on one play or 4th down and 1. They did that. Ain't nobody talking about the way Buffalo put themselves in position to go for 4th down. If you run the ball well, if you out of those positions, you ain't got to worry about them, quote unquote, taking that moment away from you. You put yourself in that position.
Can I be honest with that? I knew Buffalo was screwed. First drive of the game. The very first drive of the game for them, I already threw them on the bus. Y'all ain't serious about football. You came out on bullshit. The play caller was already suspect, so that let me know you on bullshit already. Now to add fuel to the fire, now that you done showed on the first drive of the game you was on bullshit. Now on the last drive of the game, that wasn't on bullshit. That was just showing you that you finna get out coach now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, because who in the hell calls a corner blitz for all the fucking marbles? Okay. Who in the hell?
The coaches that been there and believe in their team and know they got them in the right place. That's who does that.
That damn Spags, a fucking corner blitz. You motherfucker.
Bro. Right at Josh. They knew. See, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. They know his tendencies. So they hold it for the right moment. They held those 2 plays on offense and defense for the right moment in the 4th quarter. This is what great play calling is making them think that you're not seeing what they're doing, and then at the right moment say, bam, that right there. There you go. Oh, you didn't think I was going to call that corner blitz. Everybody in the universe knows Spags love those corner blitzes. Everybody knows. They didn't call it all. They didn't pretty much call that corner blitz then they're all game consistently. And then Spags say, all right, this is a moment that I'm going to send it. And boy, Josh, and that crazy part about it was 3 guys in his face. It was 3 guys in his face.
3 guys. Ain't nobody talking about the bad offensive line play from Buffalo. Y'all sit up here talking about a couple of plays, a handful of plays. Kansas City was in the backfield all goddamn game.
I mean, you brought up the old line, but I'm gonna really keep it up. I'm gonna really keep it a book for real. When I tell you that, not only that, like that's really the main point, because like we discussed before, sometimes blitzing ain't really confused. It ain't to confuse the quarterback. It's to confuse the lineman. And no lineman accounted for that corner blitz. Nobody wasn't even expecting it. So when McDuffie went and the right tackle seen it, he was going left and he seen McDuffie coming, so he tried to adjust. But the worst part about it was he also saw the blitz from the outside linebacker. So you had to choose. And one thing about football, you supposed to pick the person that can get closer to the quarterback the fastest. But sometimes in football, that's why certain things takes place, because it's about reaction. We're banking on you to react wrong. And that's exactly what the tackle did. He started off inside, but when he seen McDuffie come, he tried to slide. You reacted wrong. And when you slid, it left an opening. So now Allen got to try to adjust. And now he went from thinking he gonna be having protection to now you got 3 red jerseys in your face. The game of football is chess, not checkers. If you think I'm lying, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna get a prime video if y'all can go look on YouTube of it. It's a snippet of Ray Lewis and Peyton Manning talking, and they were talking about their 2007 playoff battle that they had. It was Indianapolis versus versus Baltimore in Baltimore, and it's a third down. The whole time you seeing Ray Lewis, like Ray told, like they talking about it now, but Ray basically saying like we was sending an all-out blitz. We didn't care about nothing. We weren't disguising nothing or nothing. Peyton telling you he's running through his mind what plays he got. He done called this, that, and the third. He called the timeout, went to the sideline. He was like, you can hear the sound bite. I think they blitz him, but I'm not sure. This, that, and third. So they show the sound bite right on the sideline. Look, when we come out our break, line up on what you got. We're not disguising nothing. We're running calling the same exact play as we called while we was on the field. He did exactly that. And the only thing that saved Peyton Manning in that game was a clutch ass catch from Dallas Clark, which literally the pass was inches. I mean, fingertip inches from Ivory Scott being an incomplete pass. And they won that game 15-9. And Rex Ryan said, if you would have told me I held Peyton Manning to 15 points, I could have told you. Like I had Peyton Manning kick 5 field goals. I would have told you we won that game. I had Peyton Manning I held Peyton Manning to 5 field goals and we lost. The game is chess, not checkers. It means every play, every down, every inch, every split second. It means everything in a game of football. That's the difference between winning and losing.
Yeah, right there. It's those things, the small things, the little things that we don't think that in the game that we don't think that is a huge thing. But like when we see things like the coaching not understand, and this is another situation I thought it's like it was a couple of times in the game where Andy Reid literally just let the clock. He was calling plays just to let the clock run out. Like those are the little things. Calling plays just so the clock will run out. These are the things that he is so aware of in that moment, because you just never know when time is going to become a factor in the game and when you're going to need to call a timeout or you're going to need to run the clock out. And these are the things that we talk about this year with Raheem as we get to these Falcon questions. All right, so y'all throw these Falcon questions in also right now. I mean, they're not just Falcon questions. Y'all got some, questions around the league or whatnot. We'll get to those, but this is one of the reasons why I say Andy Reid is just the smartest. Like every little detail, he's already on top of. Spags is on top of all these things. These guys are just look, man. I believe I don't know. I forget who it was. I don't know if it was Nate Burleson who said this, but he had a speech last night, and he was saying to all those people who are not Kansas City Chiefs fans and saying that this and that about the refs. I say y'all just need to get over it because what you're witnessing right now is greatness. Okay, chances are you'll never ever see this again. A team go for a three-peat, bro. A quarterback that has been to, we talk about 7 straight, bro. I don't even remember. Right on the top of my head, a quarterback that went to 7 straight in the AFC Championship. Man, are you kidding me, bro? Just think about that.
I mean, ask you a question. How long the NFL been in the league now?
Man,
over 100 years.
100 years, bro. 100 years, and this is
in 100 years. In 100 years of the NFL being an actual corporation, they have ever seen this. We talk about Tom Landry. We talk about what the man is Coach Lombardi. We talking about
as great as them Packer teams were back in the 60s. They didn't even three-peat. Let alone 7 straight.
Vince Lombardi. I'm sorry, Vince Lombardi, Tom Landry. What the guy was? Yeah, Chuck Knowles. What's the guy with the West Coast offense for 49ers? Seifert. Who was the other one? Bill Walsh. Bill Walsh. These are all-time great coaches. Even Bill Belichick, and these guys never pulled this off. They never pulled this off. Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
100 years of the NFL, and you've never seen nobody do this. So that means it could be another 100 years before it even happens again. You better sit back and enjoy it. I don't care what nobody says. You could call it. Y'all can hate all you want to. I'm enjoying it. Not for me being a fan. It's just something. It's something I'm witnessing in my life. I never thought I'd ever see.
I mean, I wasn't a fan of San Antonio. I wasn't a fan of the Lakers. I wasn't a fan of the Miami. But Miami with LeBron and those. I wasn't a fan. But we haven't seen that shit. We haven't seen that since. We haven't seen the Kobe and Shaq. We haven't seen the D Wade, the Bosh, and the LeBron. We haven't seen that type of dynasty. Like right now, I mean, we saw it with the Golden State Warriors. Like the Golden State Warriors area is coming to an end. Like we don't have a dominant team. So when I see dominance, it's like whether I like that team or like that person, you got to sit back and you gotta just give mad respect to it because you're never going to see that again, bro. Like you see the Patriots right now, they trying their best to relive that. They bring it back damn near everybody who was on that damn squad as players and coaches on the team trying to relive that. It's a reason why these things happen, man. And we gotta appreciate the Matt Ryans of the world. We damn near on our 6th fucking quarterback after Matt Ryan. Like he done fucking got traded. You know what I'm saying? We still looking forward. As we get into this question, the segue, do you guys think Atlanta Mike Penix has a chance to compete against Mahomes in a few years? I mean, I'm assuming he's saying head to head. I'm assuming head. I'm assuming that he's saying he's going to have a good, it's going to be a good one-on-one battle. I don't think he's thinking saying playoffs or Super Bowl or anything. But what do you guys think Michael Penix and Patrick Mahomes and how that game, if you got Patrick Mahomes Chiefs against the Atlanta Falcons, how do you guys think Michael Penix would fare against Patrick Mahomes and that Chiefs team?
This question is basically for you fantasy football lovers. I mean, because it is an irrational to take a sample size of 3 games and put them against someone who we are currently watching in their 7th conference championship game to ask what do we think and how do we think this would go. He ain't even played a full season yet, folks. I get it, the anxiety. I get it. I can't wait to see him in full season myself. But that's what I'm going to do. Wait to see what he does with a full season.
To piggyback off what OG just said, I mean, you got to look at it. We saw 4 games from Desmond Ritter, and I know I'm not saying Michael Penix is Desmond Ritter, but what I am saying, we saw 4 games of Desmond Ritter and thought that okay, we might got us one on our hands, and then gonna find out we did. What I am gonna say is, is there an opportunity for him to compete? Absolutely, there's always a chance for him to compete. But you also have to put in perspective of what needs to take place for the Atlanta Falcons as an organization and whatnot, and like for saying, will I coach and improve in retrospect? Will Raheem Morris get the job done as a head coach, or will he falter to the point that we have to go find us another head coach to get the job done? So there's a lot of questions right now, and I don't have enough answers, not currently.
It's too early for that. My thing is, let the guy go through his process. Let the Falcon go through their process as a coaching staff, as a front office, as even the draft process. You got to figure out what we're good at and what we're going to continuously build upon. Like right now, the Falcons have, a solid secondary for the most part. We got some quality pieces up front, but like I said, it's all in the process. You can't be so anxious to kind of put a guys ahead of what they've earned. The Falcons right now haven't earned anything. Michael Penix hasn't earned a damn thing. Does he have the talent to get there? Of course, but you got to earn that. Like, you got to earn that respect to be even being mentioned in the same breath as a Patrick Mahomes. Right now, the Falcons haven't earned a damn thing, and Michael Penix ain't earned a damn thing. Like this year, this year, exactly what we talking about, a quarterback. Jaden Daniels, as well as he played this year. I mean, and this is one of those games where it's like, look, you need more than just your quarterback and your defense. You need more. You need everything to work well together. So we just got to be patient, when it comes down to like this team. I think, like I said, everybody get excited about Penix and what we've seen in a 3-game span. 3 games is not enough, man. 3 games is not enough to say what a guy is or isn't.
Jaden Daniels had his Ricky moment. He found out, okay, this ain't the Rose Bowl. Okay, he found out. In that second season, especially when you get to where you got to, and you in somebody else's house, and it is unforgiving, and you find out what playoff pressure feels like. Jaden Daniels found out that his Ricky moment was the NFC Championship game, because he was like a dead headlight.
And I'm gonna really keep it a buck with y'all, man. Like, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news to Commanders fans, but I would hate to tell. I will be remiss to tell y'all, like, this is your highlight for the time. Enjoy the moment. And now I know folks might look at me and say, well, why would you say it like that? I mean, based off what I've seen, and we've said this, over and over. Dan Quinn really didn't learn anything during his time being up. I mean, he done well as a coordinator, but as a head coach, I'm still looking at some of the same problems that you've already been having. Nothing much has changed, at least not in my humble opinion. So, by much of it not have changed. If you look at Washington and be like, man, just a couple of years ago they were playing the NFC Championship game, they ain't been back since. I can pretty much tell you why. So enjoy the ride.
I mean, Quinn been doing the same thing. He's doing everything he did here in Atlanta. Going forward on 3rd and 4th down all the dang on time. We seen that. All right. We seen that time and time again with him. Just playing that soft coverage. You know what I'm saying? Blitzing.
Yeah, ran down your fucking throat.
Running. Oh my God. Yeah. Yesterday was just embarrassing, to be honest. It was just embarrassing. And like I said, we've been saying this for quite some time. Like, yeah, Jayden is having a good year, but we see this time and time again with young quarterbacks. They look good for a year, maybe 2, and then the NFL catches up to what they are and what they're doing, and they end up firing everybody on the damn staff because they believe in the quarterback.
Jay. How you doing, CJ?
Yeah, y'all want to fire everybody on the team. Y'all want to fire everybody on the coaching team and blame it on coaches when you should have just been patient. The easiest thing is to fire somebody, guys, and make them a scapegoat. Just be patient. Just because you didn't get to a Super Bowl with CJ don't mean the offensive coordinator sucks.
The biggest problem coming in all of this is nobody trying to get nobody don't look at the quarterback and be like, you know what, like what he needs to do to improve his game. Nobody says that for whatever reason.
Well, I can criticize Dan Quinn because a lot of this was due to the fact that their offense put them in position to win. Dan Quinn defense gave up 55 points.
Hold up. Whoa. Let me read this comment. He said criticize.
No, he said you can't criticize him right now. The thing is, Dan Quinn is the head coach, and the head coach get a lot of the praise, and oftentimes they get too much of the blame. But this is one of those situations, like you look defensively, to be honest, I think the defense has actually taken a step back, especially the front four. They traded away guys got hurt. Like we've seen this before. So the defense, in my opinion, is taking a step back.
So let me come out and go and put that narrative that you can't blame Queen to bed. Because I'm definitely here to tell you for what I've seen, what I watched during that season. Even during the playoffs, you do realize like the reason why they even beat Detroit is because Detroit had 5 turnovers. Now, if your defense has gotten 5 turnovers, what we should be talking about is how it should have been a dominant performance. Like literally, when I say dominant performance, it should have been a dominant performance. Oh, we should have been talking about how Detroit got mollywopped at home, this, that, and third. Them boys lost 48-31. So the fact that your defense got 5 turnovers, yet your opponent was still able to put up 31 points, tells me everything.
Yeah, that was little resistance defensively for Washington. Like I said, that's why I said Dan Quinn, a lot of his strengths are like he'll come in, he'll be a huge spark, but when it comes down to him to make the necessary changes, like he's always struggled with that. He's not a guy that like you can count on to make the right moves in order to get this team back into winning ways or get out of their funk. Like he's never been good at that. And that's the problem. He's a great guy that you want to come in. If you're rebuilding and you're trying to build a coach with energy, or you're trying to get a few more wins and all those types of things, Dan Quinn is the guy. He's your guy. But if you looking at him to make the adjustments, that's always been a weakness of his. And in my opinion, he's going to always be a rotational. Like he's going to be one of those head coaches that's going to always have a job because he's good at being a player's coach. That's what he is. That's what he is. He gonna always have his team in this position. But like I said, this man gave up his defense. Okay, I'm not looking at when I look at coaches. I say this: what do they specialize in? If his specialization, if he specializes in pass rush, linebacker play, secondary, you know what I'm saying? And if that side of the ball for him isn't putting up those numbers, or they're not winning because of that, I can't really say that he's the reason why these guys are winning. A lot of their wins came on a lot of luck plays, like a tip ball in the end zone that fell into his offensive player's hand with the Jaden Daniels, Hail Mary. Like that's a prime example of luck. I can't say Dan Quinn did that. Jaden Daniels running for first downs. I can't say that Dan Quinn did that. We talking about the Detroit Lions when they refused to run the damn ball. All they had to do was run the damn ball. I can't say Dan Quinn did that, and his defense did that. So that's why, and I take this same approach to Raheem. Our defense, it was up and down all year. Our offense led us. Raheem Morris, his specialization is on defense. He specializes in defense. So if there's no progress on the defensive side of the ball and we continue to struggle, then who should we really be getting the praise? And that's the problem I have. That's the problem I have. So I gotta get to watch that old brick. But I think this is the last take we're gonna have unless y'all guys have some more questions. He said he's gonna lean on Jerry Gray this season. What do you think about Jeff Coolbrick saying he's gonna lean on Jerry Gray? This is the third time I done heard this defensive coordinator come in and say they're gonna lean on Jerry Gray. So do you guys really believe that Raheem is calling this, or this is really Jerry Gray defense?
I'm not listening to anything that's coming out of Albright's mouth because it's rehearsed and written. Okay, I'm not. I know office speak when I hear it.
Oh boy!
Okay. Stop it. Ain't nothing slick to a can of oil, man. Stop playing with me. We know exactly why you here. We know this. So everything that's coming out of your face is coming out of Homer Simpson's face. Nobody's studying that, man. Listen. All I'm gonna do is have a certain particular look on my face when we roll out of here next year, and the first team that drops 35 on us.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. As a fan, that would literally be the worst thing that can happen to the Falcons. No, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And I know people's mindset. I know how folks think. But like they operate. I'm definitely here to tell y'all, if you allow the Like the worst thing that can happen to the Falcons is to kick off the 2025 NFL season with a motherfucker putting up 35 points. My God, you don't want that. Y'all do not want that. Because if you see a person out the gate, I'm gonna be honest with you. My score limit for the very first game of the season is 24. That's what I'm. This is what you gonna do.
I was gonna say 25, but I agree.
Yeah, like you know, three TDs and a field goal. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my score limit, my boy. Like I don't need like I don't need this. I don't need us coming out the gate and the motherfucker put up 24 points in the very first game of the season. Because if you do, that's gonna tell me everything I need to know. Win, lose, or draw. That's gonna tell me everything you need to know. So I will hope a 20 spot, 21 points I could be okay with. You get 24 better, is gonna be a long season. And basically, I'm gonna just tell y'all, we back at where we was 10 years ago.
Well, I'm gonna be a little bit more harsh than these guys because
Damn.
Jeff Olbrich can kiss my natural black ass, right? I may be a little bit closer to Carmel, but he can kiss the motherfucker nonetheless, okay? He can kiss my ass for this. I'm a result to fucking Jerry Gray. Okay?
Well, he said lean on Jerry Gray though.
No, hold on. Let me finish, goddamn, because I want to go insane. I want to get mad for a second.
Okay.
You can kiss my ass. Raheem can kiss my ass. Jeff can kiss my ass. Because if everybody believe in Jerry Gray the way why he ain't the fucking head coach? Everybody want to fucking consult him, but nobody want to give him put him in front of a goddamn. And I got people in the world. Maybe Jerry Gray don't want to be. Well, maybe he don't want to be. But if I have to hear this same shit, this rehearsed bullshit, like Sam say, all this shit is political. I know political talk because it's a situation where I got to be political. And I have to keep things because whether I like it or not, everybody going to see me as a lead. Okay? Mike, why you put this show together? Why you let Sam come over here and say this? Why you let Warren call me, crooked eye with a straight eye? Why you let LT talk about somebody's ass? Okay, why you let K-Style talk about somebody? Whether I believe it or not, whether I want to believe, all this shit is political bullshit. They can kiss my natural black ass with all this rehearsed shit. He said the exact same shit that Raheem said when he got the job. If you don't believe me, go watch it for yourself. This man said the same shit that Raheem said. I'm gonna come here and lean on Jerry Gray. Man, shut the fuck up. This is what the fuck I'm talking about. Saying the same shit over and over again. We wait. All you motherfuckers gonna come in here and do one of that weak ass, soft ass, goddamn, that non-aggressive ass defense. You gonna sit back and let your DBs play 15 yards off, try to do exotic blitzes and stunts up front, and nothing gonna fucking happen. And I want to be proved wrong. Believe me. These motherfuckers ain't showed me nothing. And if this comment is correct, what he stated about the defense, well, I'm not going to come in here and, impart my vision. We all going to have a part of that defense. Huh? What do you mean as a collective we're going to have? No. Your head coach should have an idea of what the fuck his defense need to be. I'm sick of listening and looking every fucking week trying to figure out what the fuck the defense is gonna do. The only goddamn thing that I know for certain about this defense, we're gonna have that fat ass. I'm sorry about that, but that fat ass goddamn Matthew Judon running 15, 20 yards down the goddamn field trying to guard a fucking running back or a wide receiver. That's the only bullshit that I know is gonna happen. Every goddamn week we see the same shit. Our linebackers on fucking wide receivers running 30, 40 yards down the goddamn field. That's the only goddamn certain that I know. The only goddamn certain I damn know is when Nate Landman is in the game, he gonna get his ass torn apart by on quarterbacks. That's what the fuck I know. I know Jesse Bates is gonna make plays. I know that for sure. That's the only damn thing that I know. I know AJ is gonna do AJ things. I know Grady gonna do Grady things. But outside of that, we don't have unsung heroes on that defense. You look at Kansas City. You don't even know who the fuck half the motherfuckers is on the goddamn team. Outside of Colossus and Chris Jones, let's keep it real. Who the fuck is in that secondary?
McDuffie. Man, that's about it.
McDuffie. That's about it. And them motherfuckers make plays after plays after plays. And this is the thing this is the main problem I have with it. You keep talking, you keep doing all this fucking talking, but we know what true growth is and what true we talk about what a good goddamn defensive coordinator is making guys you've never heard of stand out. I don't know how many times that number 32 sorry ass got abused in coverage. But guess what happens? When you need him to make a nice tackle, when you need him to break up a pass, in key moments, that motherfucker make plays. When you need him to come after a quarterback, get that blitz, 32 ass, that motherfucker come out of no. Look, he's always right there. Reed is always right there. These guys are unsung heroes. These guys are not superstars. That's great coaching.
Yep.
Name one guy this Falcons this year. You say, all right, I can see how the Falcons coaching staff that they're really developing guys. There's not been one motherfucker.
Nobody, baby.
Name a defensive lineman, name a linebacker, name a defensive back that we said, all right, I see the growth and I see how the Falcons are really, I see the coaching staff starting to grow. Ain't nothing. That's not coaching. So Jeff Ulbrich and Raheem can shut the fuck up, and I wish they would shut the fuck up and just coach. All right? Be political. Look, just say, hey man, we working on it. Hey man, we're working on it. Because I'm sick of these lies, these rehearsed bullshit lies. All this shit is rehearsed bullshit lies. We know Jeff Ulbrich gonna come down here and bend the fuck over and let Raheem have his turn.
That was kind of disrespectful.
Tell me where I'm lying. If we wanted a real hit, if we wanted a defense, it would have took them. That motherfucker didn't waste no time when Jeff Ulbrich was available. He didn't waste no goddamn time. He didn't waste no damn time. And I'm hearing all these fake ass rumors talking about, everybody had Jeff, everybody wants Jeff Ulbrich. If that was the case, you think Jeff Ulbrich would have came his ass to Atlanta if the fucking San Francisco 49ers wanted him, if the Steelers wanted him, if the goddamn Chiefs wanted him? Man, suck my dick, man. Get the fuck out of here talking about Jeff Ulbrich was like all the teams wanted him. Man, shut the fuck up. All that is fucking PR to sit up here and try to put this guy on a fucking high pedestal.
But
He would have brought
you,
his ass to Atlanta to be here because Atlanta ain't winning this shit. We ain't won shit, and he ain't got no reason to come here other than suck a damn nutsack off. Okay, that's why the fuck he came here. He's trying to tell me this bullshit talking about Jeff Olbrick was everybody wanted him, everybody in the league wanted him, so that's why he came out. Man, shut the fuck up. If y'all don't realize that these guys are y'all falling for all this nonsense. Get the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody want no goddamn Jeff Olbrick.
be honest with you, nobody want to ring him either. PR move.
All this shit is fucking PR and marketing shit. And the Falcons do a very good job of it. But you ain't fooling me with this bullshit. Sitting here trying to tell me that like Jeff Olbrick was the best defensive he was the best guy for the job in the fucking league. Man, I would have paid Robert Salah $50 fucking million to be the defensive coordinator. The fuck out of here. Trying to sell me on this dumbass shit that Jeff Olbrick was the most qualified guy out of here. Please. Who the hell y'all think? Who in the hell do you think you are? All right? In the lines of the great Vince McMahon, who in the hell do you think you are? The fuck out of here with that bullshit.
I'm just gonna say Bill Belichick and Wink Martindale. Let that sink in.
Come on, bro. Wink Martindale, Bill Belichick. Y'all had him, and you trying to tell me that fucking Jeff Olbrick is the best qualified guy to build a defense? Get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck y'all think y'all like? See, this is what happens when you on these fucking live shows with all these whack ass goddamn Falcon content creators saying all this goddamn whitewashed ass like bullshit because y'all trying to get a goddamn a sponsorship with the Atlanta Falcons. Man, fuck that. If I gotta kiss the Atlanta Falcons ass to get a fucking sponsorship, fuck that shit. Jeff Olbrick is not the fucking best qualified guy. He was not the most qualified guy in here. But you trying to sell us on that bullshit, please. And I'm not saying that I don't want Jeff Olbrick to succeed. But you can save that watered down, rehearsed bullshit for somebody who gives a fuck. Because I don't. Because there was more guys in this league with a resume longer than his. And it's Steve Wilkes, it's Wink Martindale. All these guys got history of building teams. The blind Flores of the world. And you telling me Jeff Olbrick is the most qualified guy, man? Please. Please. And that's all I got to say about that. If you guys ain't got nothing, I'm already getting pissed off. Look, I want the Falcons to succeed, but I'm so sick of this watered down, rehearsed, marketable bullshit that they putting up. I'm sick of it.
I'll just double back to my original point, 9:30 this morning. The participants at quarterback position in this coming Super Bowl in New Orleans, if shut the fuck up was a picture, would be it to you Jacksonites. Just saying, your definition of standard sucks. The actual definition of standard is playing in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks.
Only thing I can say is for everybody, what the people was saying on what Mike just said, if you really think that, like, you read those articles, you read what these folks be saying about so and so wanted so and so, y'all, this is what I said on the previous show before. You getting played by the media. The media don't do nothing but play y'all. When they sat out here and tried to, when I saw the Falcons supposed to put up a post saying that Jeff Olbrick, under Jeff Olbrick, the Jets defense like number 1 in yards at the line, they was getting gashed. And I know these guys can tell you for the last 2 years I've bought NFL ticket. I bought it for the last 2 years, so I'm watching pretty much every game. They are lying to y'all. The Jets on defense was ass, absolute ass. Under Robert Saleh, the first 5 weeks was good. Under Jim Obert, they're playing. If you think that, no, if you think folks said, because if that was the case, why would Jim Obert go back to the team he coached for beforehand? Why wouldn't you take a job in Dallas? Why wouldn't you take a job in I'm trying to think of another team that had I don't know. I mean, hell, why didn't the Jets keep you if you were so good?
Right. They ain't even bother to tell them goodbye. Somebody no. Listen, it was like you passed by the office like, oh shit, you still here? Oh, I ain't know you still here. You get the rest of your shit out. Oh, okay. Right. Like, bro, and like this is why a lot of it's cool to be a fan. It's cool to be optimistic. Don't be a dumbass.
That right there is what it's saying. And Dirty Bird, I actually agree with you. I'm not a coach. I'm a professional complainer. You absolutely right. But I do my research when I complain. I don't say dumb shit when I complain. So you absolutely right. So if you think you're gonna come on here with your dirty nuts, thinking you're gonna insert the great one.
I mean, well, if he feel away about it more, he can just come on the live and do himself. Since we don't want to do it, since we complaining so much.
Look, I ain't got time for dumbass, dumbassitry. He gonna come in here and say, you know what, man? I believe if we just bring in Bill Belichick and we just go out and spend $100 million on the defensive player and get a draft pick, and we'll be good again. Look, I done heard that same shit over and over again. Everybody want the greatest player, but nobody want to understand how to put the system and how long the system takes to get there. All right. This has been 10, 15 years in the making when we talk about this Chiefs team. This Chiefs team right here was a carefully put together plan that started long before Patrick Mahomes even got here. Okay? Long before. They're just now Patrick Mahomes at this point is what? He's finishing it. That's it. You just got the right piece. This defense was getting to that point when they had Alex Smith. They got Patrick Mahomes. Andy Reid got Patrick Mahomes. Said, "All right, I got the perfect quarterback." I got this guy Chris Jones. Yeah, this Chris Jones. I think he's gonna lead this team for quite some time. Right. So it's a plan. It's a plan. You gotta develop a plan before have success. And I think that's the thing with a lot of fans of the game. You think we always one player away. If you think you one player away as a coach, you've already lost. You've already lost if you think you one player away.
Did we not just learn that this past?
Exactly.
What we've been hearing for the past 2 years, the Falcons is quarterback away. The Falcons are a quarterback away. They had a quarterback, and guess what we was?
You've already lost if you think you're a player away. It's all about the system. So I'm not impatient in regards to this Falcon team because I know it's going to take. It's like we may not see a Super Bowl to year 2030. I'm okay with that as a fan. As long as I see progress, I'm okay with that. Right. Some of y'all are not okay with that, but I'm okay with it because I know it's a process. Winning is a process. It's been a 15-plus year journey for Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm okay with it. I'm dead serious when I say that. All right, I'm dead serious. I'm okay. I know winning is a process. The only reason why you responded like that because you don't have the patience. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Andy Reid, since Andy Reid been there, like it started 2 to 3 years before Andy Reid even got there. That's what I'm talking about. Kansas City Chiefs had a plan of how they wanted to build a team. They thought Alex Smith was the guy. It didn't work. They couldn't get over the hump. So it's like, all right, it's obviously a quarterback. It's obviously we need to get the right defensive coordinator here when they hire Spags. Anybody remember that? Yep. You know what I'm saying? It's a process. You got it. Patrick Mahomes wasn't the only part of that. It's the coaching that went along with it. So we gotta, like I said, we gotta be patient in getting the right guy. And like for me, again, I'm not saying that I don't believe whether or not Raheem and Jim Olbrich, I don't believe that they'll get it done. But right now, I don't believe anything that they're saying. Why? Because everybody keeps saying the same things, and we're not getting anywhere. We're not seeing any improvement defensively. I'm not seeing any growth defensively. I'm not seeing any growth from the coaching staff. They're making the same mistake that we made 10, 15 years ago under Matt Ryan. We're making the same mistakes. There's no growth. None. It's political bullshit.
The game that epitomized that was the Panthers game. We put up 30, we gave up 40. I mean, what?
Oh, fuck out of here. See, this is what I'm talking about. Motherfucker up here is keeping patience. See, comprehension ain't something that everybody got. And I like how your ass ran like a little bitch when we opened up the line. You ran like a little bitch. And you continue there. A lot of you motherfuckers talk all this shit in the goddamn in the chat. And then when we open it up, y'all run and hide and duck and hide. You can hit me up anytime. But the fact of the matter is, when it comes down to Raheem, I don't believe in him. Okay? My belief doesn't require patience. Let me say that again. My belief in Raheem is 0 because I've seen it before. I'm not one of these fans that are just saying, oh, I don't like a guy because I don't like a guy. I have a reason as to why. We've been down this 2015-16 with Raheem. He's been with his organization before. He's still making the exact same mistake that he did then that he's making now. So that's the reason why I don't believe in him. So until he and Jeff Ulbrich shows me some growth as a personal fan of the game, I'm not going to believe him. Now, whether or not I have patience, that's a completely different argument. I have the patience. I know firing coaches every 2 years is not going to get you anywhere. Raiders, we've seen that before. Firing coaches. Cowboys. Now, y'all want to fire a defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator. Every 2 years, y'all want to fire a coach and a coach. That's not the answer to everything. But I do demand my coaches to do something right. I mean, just do something right. I'm not asking for I'm not saying that the Falcons have to have a top 10 defense, a top 10 pass rush. I just want to see growth, whether it's in the secondary, linebackers, a defensive end. I'm not seeing any of that. We haven't seen this. As a matter of fact, the defense has gotten worse, in my opinion. We got individual success, the Jesse Bates, the AJ Terrell. I've seen growth in Arnold Ebiketie. I've seen growth in, I can't really say growth in Caden Ellis because Caden was doing this in New Orleans. But I've seen the growth in individual. But as a team, as a whole, as a coaching staff, I'm not seeing that. We on our 60th. We on our 6th offensive coordinator. We on our third or fourth defensive coordinator.
Right.
He's already in year 2 on his 2nd defensive coordinator. So what is there to lie about? Comprehension is your issue. That's not my issue. Comprehension is your problem.
They want to make you feel good.
So, like I said, my thing is you got to pitch. You have to be patient. But I don't have to believe in your vision. I don't have to believe in your vision. Because it takes more than one guy to get, to have success. It takes more than one guy to have success. So he has to find the right guy. And maybe Jeff Ulbrich is that guy.
So my question is this, because people saying give folks chances or whatever. But what do you really have to go off of saying are these guys that makes you want to believe in these guys? And please, and the crazy part about it is, and I know when I ask this question, all I'm being met with is repetitive responses of what the media says. I'm gonna explain something to y'all, bro. When it comes to media nowadays, the sports media is at an all-time low. Don't nobody talk about the sports like they used to back in the day. They don't. I'm just keeping it above. You can't say what the media says X, Y, and Z. The media be lying every day. Okay. But my question has always been, what do you have to go off of when it comes to Raheem Morris? Because if you say, well, he was the defensive coordinator in LA when they won a championship, you do know they had Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Eric Weddle, and Jalen Ramsey on the But when I asked you about what did he help the Falcons when he was in Atlanta the first time? No response. What about when he was the interim head coach? No response. What about when he coached in Tampa? No response. Those are what I'm going off of. The outlier year that you banking on is still a facade. I done broke it down many times. Your playoff run. You played against
LT. Respond to this right here, because this is what I mean bending over for a guy. Because you saying he took over play calling he never said he took over play calling. See, you making this up. This never happened.
Yeah, you lied. You're lying, bro.
Yeah, this never happened.
He never said
got more involved.
He said he got more involved. But the reason why he said he got more involved because the defense was looking. If you saw the last press conference that he did after he got our ass whooped by Carolina, what did he do? Leave defense under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
He threw the defense under the bus. But you said you've been having your hand in the middle of everything. So when the defense look like shit, you don't want everybody else under the bus. Why you ain't keep your hand in the key jump? Because it ain't you. This is why we're saying. This is why we're telling you that it's literally Dan Quinn 2.0. Because he's literally doing the same shit Dan Quinn did 10 years ago. When the defense look decent, he want to take credit. When they look like shit, he want to hide. You firing people. Dan Quinn got rid of Richard Swift. Dan Quinn got rid of Marco Emmanuel. When he said he was taking over as a defensive coordinator, I want to play caller. In 2019, defense was like shit. So when the bye week got here, he gave the defensive reins to Raheem Morris. Did they improve a little bit? Yeah. A little bit.
I mean, they improved as far as getting more sacks. They got more sacks, but the defense didn't get better. Actually, they started giving up more points when he took over. So where exactly did Raheem improve?
No.
Everybody, hold on. And he keep using the fact that Raheem was a wide receiver coach. Well, he was the assistant head coach. He was assistant with the wide receiver. Terry Trubisky was the guy that was the receiver coach who was really working with those guys. Okay.
And don't forget the fact that he was the DB coach in the latter years in Atlanta, and the DBs was playing like shit. So what are we talking about?
Everybody on that team, all right, knew that Terry Trubisky was the guy that was working with the wide receivers. Raheem was working with those guys. That's what pass game coordinators do. Pass game coordinators work on both sides of the ball, defense and offense, because they understand the passing concepts. Okay.
Well, people in the comments to talk about the Tampa run. Talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that, because he was a 3-year head coach in Tampa. Talk about that run, and talk about how the fact that he couldn't beat the Falcons. He went 1-5 against the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
And the one win that he did, and the one win that he did get, but we had to play in Tampa where the weather was. I think if I'm not mistaken, Florida had just went through a hurricane, but that field was abysmal that game.
Again,
here's the question that I have, Georgia, Texas boy. All right, since you have so much belief, because you thrown on your lawyer suit for Raheem Morris. All right, let me ask you this then. Explain the 2-6 record. Explain the 2-6 record in the second half of the season then, since you believe so much that Raheem, deserves some kind of optimistic chance, at coaching this team. Explain the 2-6 record in the second half of the season, because those 6 losses are my reason.
You said he was a setup for Peter in Tampa. You are lying, my boy. You are lying. Tampa did. Don't get on here talking about Tampa. You trying to say like Tampa sabotaged them? No, they didn't. Their defense was bad. Do you know what their defense ranking was before he got fired? It was 30th. 30th.
Oh, so now I get it. That's why he said that. Okay. He's trying to blame the Falcons. See, that's exactly what we're talking about. You avoid what we were saying. You avoid the topic at hand. This is cowardly behavior. What defensively improved under if he took over? Okay, if he took over, what improved defensively for the Atlanta Falcons? Because the defense got smoked. I remember the defense damn near giving up how many points to a said team? And was it the Chargers?
The Chargers, the Seahawks, Washington, Carolina,
Denver.
You damn near let a former Falcon quarterback who the fans didn't want to end up beat us in front of national television. Thank God Jesse Bates called the pick, because what if that man would have came out that bad? Oh my God.
This is the coward behavior. Everybody want to focus on everything else except for what Raheem he's supposedly good at. If you're such an expert defensively, why are your defensive? We talk about this team, right? Is 31st in sacks, and you are pulling your panties down for a guy that is 31st in the league in sacks, and saying he improved. This right here is cowardly behavior. We are 31st in the league, and you sitting up here with a coke and a fucking smile, saying that Raheem is our guy. We damn near dead last. It's one team that is worse than us in the league, and you up here praising this guy.
Ain't answer none of the questions that we asked. Like literally, you answered none of them. Like you can't tell us what he's good at. You can't tell us what he's done. And you can't tell us you just on the stripper pole, just throwing in your hands, wave around like a helicopter, where the P. Pablo, and like.
He still ain't said nothing that Raheem did outside of sack numbers. Our sack numbers cool, but we still dead last. We still damn near dead last in the league.
Damn, we got like 30 sacks in the last 6 weeks, and we still were damn that dead last. You know how bad? That's embarrassing, bro. You do realize, like, for majority of the season, that 2 or 3 players have more sacks than us as a team. That is horrific, bro. Like Dexter Lawrence had like 10 sacks by himself, but we had like 9 for.
Again, it's not working. Okay, it's not working. Does it look like the Rams look like they missing Raheem over there? Do they
Hell
look
no.
like they missing Raheem over there? What are we talking about?
Did they just play the division round of the playoffs? Your boy started off 1-5, bro. They was 1-5 and they made the playoffs. All right, bro. They was 1-5 and they made the playoffs. The Falcons was 6-3 and missed the playoffs. What are we talking about?
Yeah, he don't know. He got them panties on his head right now. Okay, he not making no sense. He's about to bust a good. Just let us know when you willing to get on and talk about it.
Where you going?
He still ain't said nothing that he's good at. He keep talking about, whoa, they had Brandon Fisher dropping in the coverage, but doesn't work.
Man, the rate he going, Raheem over there telling him, don't forget the goop.
That man, look, just let us know when you ready to get on. Look, I done heard this cowardly behavior before. Every time we drop the link, we be seeing you commenting, but I know I was busy at the time. Okay, I get it. All right, so we'll put together another show, but we got to stop this coward stuff. All right, just understand. Just be real with yourself. Okay, you believe in Raheem. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with you believing in Raheem. But you can't be saying stuff and you got no proof behind his success. He's had no success. You believe in something that don't exist. Motherfucker, you know what you believe in? You believe in the boogeyman.
Fantasies and pixie dust.
You believe in Harry Potter. You believe in Ariel. You believe in Beauty and the Beast. You believe in Cinderella. You know this is what you believe. You believe in the Santa Claus. I know because we ain't never seen it happen. Outside of in a movie. Outside of in a movie. Raheem ain't showed nothing. But you believe in Santa Claus. Okay?
Boy, the rate you going. I was gonna say the rate you going for Raheem at the house saying Alexa put up on PlayStation and go get some heat.
And that's all. That's all I'm saying. I would believe in Santa Claus. If Santa Claus came to my house and gave me goddamn $1,000 for Christmas, I believe in Santa Claus. But Raheem ain't did that. Dan Quinn took us to a Super Bowl. Dan Quinn took another team to the NFC Championship. So obviously he's good at something. Raheem ain't did nothing.
Raheem has never made a playoff berth as a head coach. Ever.
Never. Y'all believe in stuff that doesn't happen. LeBron has won championship. Kobe has won championship. Michael Jordan has won championship. Steph Curry has won championship. Raheem ain't did shit. Dan Quinn was a part of a champion team. Well, he was one of the main sources of that.
Imagine
you like
that.
to believe it or not, but I've seen him do it multiple times. I've seen Dan Quinn have multiple top defenses as a defensive coordinator. I've seen that. I haven't seen this from Raheem. Okay? You can't be telling me he's a good coach if he ain't not showing me that. I don't believe. Look again. It's like this. I'm gonna put this as simple as this. I'm gonna put it as simple as this, and this is classic Mad Mike. If you don't believe me, a girl can sit up here and tell me
that she like me, but until she give up that cat, I don't believe shit she's saying. You got to look. You gonna have to pull them draws down for me.
Not the old high school. If you love it, show
You gonna
me.
have. You gotta show. You gotta show me. I need stay headed. Okay.
Man, come on, baby.
Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But that's how I say. Look, you have to pull them draws down for me. Talking about you love me. Well, show me, goddamn. Get on your knees.
If you love me, baby, just this one time. Man, ain't gonna hurt. Let me put it in.
You gonna have to. You gonna have to show me. You gonna have to show me, goddamn. Look, you gonna have to show me. You can sit up here and say all this magical bullshit. Oh, my kid's so great. Show me, okay? Show me.
You know, this is just, you know, hysterically and historically pathetically hilarious. You have a set group of sports fanatics that believe that Raheem Morris is some kind of genius head coach, and they also believe that a guy that has a 3-5 playoff record is the best thing smoking at quarterback in the league. Do you understand the bizarre worldness of this bullshit? These motherfuckers are actually out here capping for Homer Simpson. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you gotta show me, bro.
How that work?
Y'all gotta show me. Like, yeah, this dude he ain't showing us nothing. We ain't made no playoffs, but everybody got this high belief in him. For what? He ain't did nothing for this team. You ain't nothing until you make the playoffs. Period.
What dollar bill said I'm play good? Wait, what you think? Get the cook? Huh? Get the free? Oh, you must be Jimmy Walker. Oh, you ain't nothing. You don't deserve nothing. You don't get nothing.
That's it. You gonna have to show me, bro. Look again. I'm not one of these fans out here and these creators that got hatred, quote unquote hatred for guys, and I don't have a reason. He got to show us something, bro. He can't even show us that he can get this team to be a top 20 defense. But I'm supposed to believe in him for what? Even when we went to the Super Bowl, they didn't have a top 20 defense. But I'm supposed to believe that he can do it now? For what?
We didn't have a top 20. We didn't even have a top 25 defense when we went to the Super Bowl. That's why we get man right so much credit.
They were 26 in the league.
That's exactly why we give Matt Ryan so much credit. That man really went to the Super Bowl with a team that wouldn't even top 25 on.
He was not a wide receiver coach. He was oh my God. He was assistant head coach. Stop saying he was a wide receiver coach. Assistant head coach. Okay? Is assistant head coach. That means that he can go to any room that he wants to. But they needed him in the wide receiver to assist the wide receiver coach that was Terry Biscuit, okay? You gotta stop, okay? Stop running with this narrative that you think that he was a wide receiver coach. He was the assistant head coach. They hired him for the Atlanta Falcons to come to this team as an assistant head coach. And whatever position they need him, that's what room he went to. So get your facts straight before you start saying dumbass shit, okay?
I mean, so if let's just say for the sake, let's say we gonna let him ride with that. Even though he wrong, we gonna let him ride with that. Let's talk about 2020.
Okay.
He's a defensive guy. He became an interim head coach. Why wasn't we successful in 2020? Because I do remember one specific game, one of my favorite moments in my life. I'm being sarcastic, but yes, we watched our defense give up a touchdown drive to Matt Stafford, the Detroit Lions, 45 seconds with no timeouts to beat us.
This motherfucker said he was a wide receiver coach for 5 games. Man, if you don't shut the fuck up.
And you listen again what I'm saying. We gave up a touchdown pass. Also a 75-yard drive touchdown pass in 45 seconds with our both no timeouts. Guess who was the coach of that game? Head coach Raheem Morris. He was the coordinator. Jeff Olbrich. I rest my case.
All right, man. I'm done with this dude. Hey, check us out at 6 o'clock. We're gonna have part 2 of this conversation.
Are you just saying wow, Sam?
Just wow. Like, he don't know what he's saying now. He don't, like, you're saying stuff that's not even true. And you know it's not true, but you doubling down on it. This is what we talk about right here. Georgia, Texas boy, I love you to death, bro, but you being an absolute hypocrite. This is dumb assetry at its finest. Okay? I use Sam words on that there. This is dumb assetry at its finest. You know you wrong. You know you wrong, and you doubling, tripling, quadrupling down. He was an assistant head coach and always was. The assistant head coach, that's what the head coach is. He's supposed to overlook and oversee every room. The assistant head coach is supposed to do that for the head coach and report back to the head coach, okay? Let me say that again. The assistant head coach is supposed to go to each room, oversee, sit in a room, oversee, and report back to the head coach. Okay? That was Raheem's job. They needed him to stay in the wide receiver room for an extended period of time. They didn't need him in the DB room. Okay? So that's why he wasn't a DB's head coach. They needed him in the wide receiver, which is the assistant head coach's job. Okay? So let's get that straight. Okay, and that's the last time I'm gonna say this, all right? So, like I said, if that ain't all, man, look, we're definitely gonna have part 2 of this conversation. Myself, the 6 man, OG, y'all want to join us, y'all can. But we got a nice conversation about Mr. Patrick Mahomes. We got into a little bit, but K-Star really got a good question for y'all that I think is gonna, Ain't no all love, motherfucker. No, I don't need no love, motherfucker. I just need you to get smarter. What the hell? I didn't say nothing about I don't love you. I just need you to stop being a hypocrite. Right now, you being a hypocrite. You know that damn man with no fucking wide receiver coach. He's always been assistant head coach. You running with that shit because you want to believe in Raheem, which is fine. But just say you just want to believe in him and you giving him a chance. Stop the bullshit. Stop the bullshit. And that's the bottom line because, man, Mike, say so.
Put your eyes back in your head.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.